I feel like when I'm healthy, I don't think anybody can guard me.
What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy CP, and we're back with a brand new NFL Top 100 reaction. So today we're going to be doing Amari Cooper, who is honestly one of my favorite wide receivers, not even just for the Cowboys, but just overall. When he was drafted back in 2015, I actually liked him, and I was hoping Dallas would draft him, but he got drafted well before Dallas even had a chance. But he's so explosive, and his route running is amazing. And if you just look, not even just at his highlights, but if you just watch some film of him running routes, you'll just be amazed. But I actually remember Amari Cooper. He ran like a double move route against Philly in Week 10, and the guy he ran it against actually tore his ACL because he got turned around so many times, like his body could not handle it. But let's get started.
Amari Cooper. That's the one guy that can beat you in the passing game.
I have not seen.
He made the Redskins secondary look so silly on that Thanksgiving game. If you guys go back and watch it, I believe he had like a 90-yard touchdown, and overall I think he had like just under 200 yards. Like I think it was about 180, 190. It was just amazing what he did with the football.
Anyone cover him yet?
Cooper won the battle. That is a remarkable catch. Contested.
I can't guard you, man.
Last year he wasn't even ranked. That's crazy. You guys peep that? He was not ranked last year.
And Amari Cooper, and the ball was thrown just a touch low.
This offense is just struggling. They just don't have any rhythm in the passing game.
Amari Cooper was targeted just once.
That's a catch that you got to make.
Yeah, hit him right in the hands.
Playing offense the way they are right now, you are hardly giddy with optimism.
All right, so let me give you guys a little bit of background of why the Dallas Cowboys have Amari Cooper now and why they're showing videos of Amari Cooper when he was still in Oakland. So in case you guys don't know, Amari Cooper was drafted by the Oakland Raiders back in 2015, like I said a few minutes ago. However, I completely forgot where I was going for a second. Okay, so he was drafted back in 2015 by the Oakland Raiders. He was explosive, like he was really good his first year, but in the offseason going into the second and third year, he actually gained a little bit of weight. So like they thought, oh, his production is down, he's draft bust is down the third. So in the 2018 season, they're looking to trade him. And mind you, while they were looking to trade him, the Cowboys were actually struggling on offense because they weren't scoring a whole lot of points. Right before we acquired Amari Cooper, our record was 3-4. And what's crazy is we didn't have like what would be considered a number one receiver because we had really recently cut Dez Bryant. Because I don't even know the whole story on why he was cut by the Dallas Cowboys. Some people say it was because like his lack of production back in 2017, but others say it's because he was wanting too much money. Even though he was franchise tagged, which kind of gives you like an extension for at least like another year or two, depending on how it goes. And also, I remember him getting that 6-year extension during right before the 2015 season. So I didn't really see like why, if you're paying him all that money, why you gonna cut him just out? I guess they were trying to save money or try to like look for younger receivers. But so after Dez Bryant was cut, our receiving core was Terrence Williams, who was going into, I want to say, his fourth year. I think his fourth year. No, it wasn't his fourth year because it's 2013, 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18. So it was his sixth year. He was going to his sixth season, and he was fast, but he still wasn't a, I don't want to say he wasn't a good receiver, but he wasn't as productive as they expected him to be at that time. So it was Terrence Williams. We had signed free agent Allen Hurns, who has played as the role as number one receiver, but he lacked like explosiveness. He's not the type of guy that you would expect to be like your number one receiver. So it's Terrence Williams, Allen Hurns, Cole Beasley who plays in the slot. And like, yes, Cole Beasley is a good receiver. He's like real. He knows how to run his routes. He knows how to get open. And he's probably one of the best third down receivers you're going to get. But he's not the number one role. So it was those three. It was Tavon Austin, who's just another slot receiver, but he's like really, really fast. And we also had Deontay Thompson for a short period of time. We had Bryce Butler, who was supposed to be that number one receiver, but again, his production wasn't where it needed to be. So before we got Amari Cooper, I think we would only score like 17 to 24 points a game. When we acquired Amari Cooper, we're getting 24 to 28 to 30 points just about every single game. And we were getting more yards per game. We were converting on third down a lot better. So we traded for him right before the trade deadline because after week 8, you could not trade with any other team, which is, it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it doesn't. Because if you ask me, if two teams are willing to trade at like the end of the season, if one's going to the playoffs and one isn't, then who am I to argue? But that's just the way the NFL is. Let's get back into the video. I'm talking way too much.
Critical drops, and he's just got to overcome them and become the great player he should be.
Well, things are different. Things are different. Now there's Amari Cooper. Wow.
Hey, getting hungry, man.
It is.
See, I feel like Amari Cooper's best game from 2018 was actually against the Eagles. He had put up 3 receiving TDs. One of them was actually in overtime. That was the game winner. He had over 200 receiving yards, and he was just going off. Like almost everything that was thrown to him was caught for a big game, and he just scorched the Eagles secondary. At the end, in overtime, the Cowboys were about at like, I want to say the 15-yard line. So they had Amari Cooper run a hitch route. So so Prescott threw the ball. It was tipped by the defensive back for Philly, and then like what happened was Amari Cooper, he caught it off of deflection and ran into the end zone completely untouched. And then like it was like one of those moments where he was like, the defender was probably thinking, it was at this moment he messed up. But yeah, that's why that was probably one of my favorite games from last season.
It's a different feel to this Cowboy offense since they got him during their bye week. They are looking for their 5th win in a row. They serenade Amari Cooper.
You gotta lead to what?
It was like, oh, okay, y'all think I'm washed up, huh?
Hang on.
That is the worst thing you can say to any wide receiver. If you say a wide receiver is washed up, I don't care who it is. You say he's washed up, the very next game, he's going to put up 200 yards, 3 touchdowns with like 15 catches. Don't ever say any wide receiver is washed up. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's somebody like Drew Pearson. If you say Drew Pearson's washed up, he's going to be like, all right, I'm going to come out of retirement. Play one game, he's going to put up so many numbers.
I think he just unleashed the hell of what he had in the tank.
This is the play I was talking about.
Touchdown, Cooper. Cowboys win.
They have put themselves in prime position
He walked into the end zone.
to win the NFC East.
The stars aligned to bring Dak Prescott his favorite target.
Hey, just like we talked about. Just like that, brother.
I always tell people it was God ordained. Ever since I got to the Cowboys, it was just a connection that we had. Before he ever threw one pass to me, we got to talking. I started asking him, what are his favorite routes to throw and things of that nature. And he started asking me questions about how I like the ball and stuff.
Yeah, I like the way they did that because being a quarterback is not the easiest thing to do when you're playing football. And being a wide receiver is not the easiest thing to do. Because if you just throw okay, for example, if you just get somebody you get grab two guys on the street that never knew each other and he's like, okay, throw a pass to him. Okay, he's gonna run a slant, but I promise you it's not gonna be perfect the first couple of times. And I say that because those two guys have never thrown a ball to each other, so like they don't know how each person runs a route and like how where the quarterback's gonna put the ball. So like it's all mechanics. So like if they do okay, so I'm trying to think for a second. Okay, let's say you get Patrick Mahomes and have him throw me 10 passes, and like I'm running the same. Let's say I run a slant route and he throws me 10 passes. In all honesty, we're probably only going to complete like 4, maybe 5 of those 10 passes. However, if you get my quarterback from my high school team and he's throwing me 10 passes, we're going to complete at least 8. And that's because me and him have that chemistry. Like, he knows the way I run my routes. I know where he likes to put the football. I know how he throws the football. I know his timing. So I know how he throws the ball, when he's going to throw it, where he's going to throw it to. I know where I need to be at a certain time. So it's kind of, for me, it's like an internal clock. So it's like, okay, I'm running my route. I go boom, 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 cut, look for the ball. Because I already know that the ball is going to be near my chest or near my front shoulder. Because that's the way me and him pretty much brought it down. Now, that happens a lot of times in the NFL. They'll bring in a rookie receiver or a veteran quarterback, or vice versa. It'll be a veteran receiver and a rookie quarterback. And for like the first year or two, those two are not going to be on the same page. So sometimes it just takes time. So you can't just throw in like the best receiver. That's like, okay, say you take Julio Jones, put him on the Patriots offense and have Tom Brady throw pass, it's not going to be perfect every time. No matter what anybody says, like you may think, oh, it's a powerhouse, like that's a dream scenario, Julio Jones, but it's going to take a while. So I guarantee you cannot throw Julio Jones and Tom Brady on the same team and like just have them throwing passes like the day of during the game, like I'm saying without any prior practice or them even talking to each other. Just say like things like the Pro Bowl. Those guys only have like a week to prepare, so they just got it. I mean, in all honesty, Pro Bowl doesn't even really matter, but still, it's like I'm just trying to make a point.
Stuff like that, and I would run a route, get open, and he would throw it exactly how I like the ball to be thrown. His game just matched my game. If I had to think about one right off the bat, I would say the Redskins game. I ran an under route, and I kind of killed the guy off of the line of scrimmage, but he wasn't really where I wanted him to be in terms of me going back in under him. So I had to give him another move, and he fell. I caught the ball, and I ran away, separated from all the defenders who were chasing me.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I played cornerback, because I played a lot of positions, but I played wide receiver and cornerback in high school. When I played cornerback, I always made sure I never tripped. Because the thing is, though, what happens if you trip while you're trying to cover somebody, they're getting the ball. And because the quarterback's going to see that. By the time you like get up, that receiver's going to be gone. It doesn't matter who it is. That's why you always gotta. That's why they always tell you to like chop your feet. Always have like a bend in your knees so that you can explode a lot faster. Just so you can be. It's kind of like being on your toes. Like so you're always alert and you're ready. That's just one thing about playing cornerback that like it's hard, but it's doable. That's what I'm trying to say.
You know, that's a glimpse of who I am as a player.
He made a mark on that offensive staff and the offensive team that they had to be able to take them into the playoffs.
We're doubling 19, obviously.
Can we revisit they gave up too much for Amari Cooper with that number 1?
I never said that.
It was a steal.
I never said.
A lot of people said that the Cowboys gave up a lot when they traded the first overall pick for the 2019 draft. But in all honesty, at this point, it's like it was worth the trade. No matter what anybody says. At first, I wasn't skeptical. At first, I didn't think like we gave up a first round for what. I was just like, I heard about the trade, and I was like, and I was excited, but I was like, I didn't know what we gave up for it. So when I looked at the details the following day about the trade, and they said, oh, they gave up a first round pick. I was like, they were not playing around when they said they wanted to trade him. But I knew because Amari Cooper was a 5th overall pick in 2015. So I was like, if you're trading a first round for a guy who was drafted in the top 5 rounds, or not the top 5 rounds, the top 5 picks, if you ask me, he's worth it. Especially what we got out of it, he's definitely worth it. I don't care what anybody says.
Anything like it. Wow.
I'm always happy when you see fellow mates that you've bled and sweated with going to somewhere else and just kill it, and that's what he did.
But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I will be making sure that I post more of these top 100 videos. Make sure you leave a like and comment below the next player you want me to do. I only have one more Cowboys player to do, and then I'm going to start doing other players. So I'll probably start from whoever was number 100 and just go from there. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching.